Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm happy to make videos again, but this time is a bit more educational. It's the time of the year where Sec 4 and 5 students and maybe other people might be, thinking of applying to Poly through EAE. I'm the person who already did that and successfully applied there and got a place in there, and I'm currently studying right here in SP. And I was asking myself if I should make a video about it, of my experiences there and my tips of every single stage of deciding to EAE to successfully applying there. I just want to make a video about it to help those younger audiences who are thinking of going to Poly but don't have the necessary academics to help them in, but they have skills and other things that might be helpful to them. If you want to stay here and listen to what I have to say about EAE and my experiences there, maybe stay tuned to find out. Remember to subscribe, click the notification bell, punch its socket, alright? And comment down below if my EAE tips helped you or whatnots, alright? This video will consist of 8 chapters. In the description I already put a timestamp to each of the chapters, so you can easily pick which one you want to listen to and go on from there, alright? So the first one, introduction. I'm just giving you a discretion that these are all opinions. I'm not saying based on actual fact, and just my tips and some advice I just want to give to you. Please don't take it all very seriously. Instead, use this as an inspiration to build up on deciding on your EAE and helping you instead. All right, decision making. So in the first few moments before you decide on going EAE, please ask yourself this. Firstly, why should I? Okay, why should I go to EAE instead of JEE or JC or so on and so forth? Okay, you need to ask yourself these basic questions before you can even start on applying there. There's people who are going to be asking, just apply anyway. They're true, apply anyway, but please apply with a with a conviction in mind that you are going to be there because you have a set of skills and accomplishments that you have that might give you an edge to apply for EAE and go to the course that you want. So it's all about what you want, what you have, and what you can do about it. Secondly, Poly versus JC. Now you're probably asking, Alec, why are you talking about JC at this video that's about EAE? Well, there's a lot of people who cancel all of their EAEs because they want to go JC instead last minute. Please also ask yourself, should you really want to go Poly or do you want to go JC? There's a lot of factors here, a lot of pros and cons right there. I will put it in this graphic text right here. Alright, so you can see the pros of JC. They are easily adaptable compared to secondary school, easy to learn. You learn a lot of subjects and you're a multi-talented, jack of all trades, master of none, and it's cheaper than Poly, convenient pathway to university. So study life will give you the academics and grades needed to go to university easier than Poly. The cons of JC, they're the same study environment, so it's pretty boring, and you don't really get to feel the work environment of real life. Subjects are not specialized, so you won't really get to learn what you want to learn, like specifically. There might be choices here and there, like the science stream and the art stream, but you don't really have a necessary specialized skill that you're learning. And it is intellectually tough. So know how you learn, know what you're good at, and make a decision on whether it's Poly or JC. Poly, on the other hand, just skimming here quickly. Pros, they're adaptable. Okay, when you go to Poly to university, it's easier because it's the same work environment. Subjects are specialized. I mean, Abu then, what else do you think? Okay, you learn music, you're gonna learn music. You can go with your own dress and you can be comfortable on what you wear. And lastly, it's project work. So it's pretty, very social, not very individual, and it's very logical especially. You need to talk with people, you need the communication, and it will build on your EQ, okay, your skills of talking to people and communication, which is good. The cons of it is harder to adapt from secondary school. You might feel a culture shock. The learning scope is not broad at all, okay? You're learning specific stuff and you might forget whatever you learn in secondary school, and maybe that's fine to you. Some people might be scared of that. It's just up to you, okay? It's expensive, really expensive, $5,800 per year. So yeah, comparing to JC, which is around 2,000 to 3,000 depending on what JC is. Lastly, it's harder to get to university academics wise. I've seen a lot of articles that there's that it's harder for Poly students to go inside, so really take mind for that too. And lastly, on decision making, tell your friends and family. That is the most important thing ever, okay? Tell your friends and family about what you think, what course you're gonna apply, and see what what thoughts they will give to you. It might not be positive, it might not be negative. You just need to get some kind of information from other people and not just your sole based thought process in your head. And that leads to number 3, research. So let's say you got it, okay? You're like, I want to do EAE, it's so good, it's the best EAE, okay? You want to go to EAE. Now the first thing, find your interest, okay? There's many things that you can do, okay? You don't be like, what's my interest, man? I don't know, lol. Shut your face hold, okay? You have interest. I hate people who says that. That's freaking annoying because you have and you're just too lazy to find out. So don't be lazy, take action, do it. Find your interest, find whatever you want. There's many things that you can learn about. Arts, medics, engineering, business, retail, freaking IT, and even education. There's a lot of things. Make sure to do that. And also, that leads me to number 2, industries. Find out which industry your job or your career is upon, and give some research on that. What do they do? How does economy flow in that? What's the job growth on that? What people want from that industry, and see how is it going to change in the future. You need to research all of these things for you to really solidify your decision on why you should EAE into the course. Number 3, jobs or ECG. Ever know that subject in timetables in Sec 4 called ECG? Yeah, those ones, they're gonna be sticking with you in poly as well, okay? You don't be there sitting like some doof lol thinking that this is the worst subject ever. I'm so bored, I want to go home. Shut your mouth, okay? That is the freaking most important lesson. I regretted every single moment from that lesson. You should listen to it because those people are giving you advice of how you should go about working in the future, okay? So don't take that for granted, okay? While you're doing your lessons of this ECG, please find the jobs that you like, not just your interest and not just the industry. Find specific careers. I'm talking a music manager, a freaking coordinator, marketer, accountant, anything. You can be freaking artist like Bob Ross. You can be freaking a physicist from NASA, or you can literally be a wannabe musician like this sad boy over there. Just research on that and see the details. These are things that normal secondary people won't ever see, and you have to see it for yourself in order to gain that edge. That leads me to number 4, different poly strength and weakness. Now you've got your interests, okay? Now you've got your industries. Now you've got your specific job that you're dreaming of. Make sure to get these in your head right there, right now as a goal. See the factors, okay, that led them to those courses in mind. There's a lot of polys there. This is SP, which is where I am now. Neon Poly, Republic Poly, Nanyang Poly, and Temasek Poly. The most important factors that you need to know about all of these polys is firstly the modules. Find the modules. There's gonna be similar courses around the polys, and the only difference is for you to search what are the modules learned. That way you can see what interests you and what you want to learn from, and find your institution. Number 2, proximity. Sometimes people won't care about proximity like me. That's why I study at SP, even though it's at Dover, but luckily it's HBL, so I don't need to study there. But proximity might be, taken into account by some people, some maybe not, but still it's another important factor you want to work on. Another one is career prospects. Check out the career prospects. What poly gives you the jobs and the prospects of the careers from its course. That way you can see what you want to become, and maybe the ones that you dreamt about are going to be inside. 4th, study environment. Not a lot of people will take into account for this, but just look at the maps there, look at what's the society of the poly, how do they work, what are the teachers there. Maybe you know 1 or 2, maybe you don't really mind it about that much, maybe you don't mind about the food there. Totally up to you, but that's just another important factor. And last one is the cost. Maybe some poly courses cost differently than others. Please research on that as well. Just some words of advice. SP is the only poly I know that has music inside. Recently there is news that the media arts design of SP all converted all of these design and music courses into one diploma titled Media Arts and Design Diploma, and they're specializing in all of the previous diplomas beforehand, and you should really check that out because it is very unique and it's very modernized in the society right now. And lastly, number 5, for research, take action. It is very important for you. All of this can be set in mind, but please take the action. Do it. Everyone is like, oh, I'm too lazy to do things, but please take action. Do it now. Plan your dates. Start researching, start thinking of what you want in life. These things will give you the motivational boost to not only let you study and do well for O-levels, and it can also help you to find the details of what you want in life, so that you're not going to be lost in some wind and tornado and just hurricane throughout your life like a freaking doofus. Now, number 4, application stage. I know it's over right now, it's freaking July, and it was happening in 25th, I think, of June all the way to 1st of July if I'm not wrong. But just quickly to recap, firstly, please write about yourself, write about the things that you know, write about things that you have, don't write about anyone else. Number 2, write hobbies, okay? Write the things that you like, write the things that you do or outside of school, inside of school, whatsoever. Those things can help the poly lecturers know you better personally. Number 3, write your achievements. If you got awards, if you got letters, if you got some freaking trophies, medals, give it to them, show them, tell them that you have it. Number 4, write your strengths and weaknesses. This might be a double-edged sword, but please try to make it sound like you're convinced that these weaknesses will help you to become a better person overall, and that these weaknesses allow you to motivate yourself and boost your morality and also boost your confidence and motivation to working harder. And lastly, number 5, be concise. I know there's a set fixed amount of words that you have to write for each paragraph of answers of what course you want to apply, so please choose the right vocabulary, use vocabulary to be concise, use punctuation to become concise, use grammar structure to make it concise as well. And if you got everything you want and everything you need, it is done. For my application stage, I was trying to apply to firstly film, sound and video at Ngee Poly, secondly arts business management at Ngee Poly as well, and lastly music and audio technology at SP, which was called that beforehand, and now it's been changed to media arts and design in 2020 this year. Number 5, selection stage. So firstly, know your dates. There's gonna be a lot of interviews if you got accepted to 1, 2 or even 3, and some of these courses might have multiple interviews on the way. Please know your dates so that you won't be late and you won't be in distress. Please be on time, please be organized, and please be confident that you can do this. Secondly, set up your portfolio. Put in the evidences of these skills and these hobbies and these achievements that you have. Give them your report card, your picture of you doing the things that you love, anything that can show them that you got the skills and interest for that course. For example, when I applied to arts business management and music and audio technology, both I got accepted. My film, sound and video was rejected because I guess I wasn't good at it. But for those two, I gave a similar portfolio because both of them were about the arts. So I showed them that I managed a play, I designed and organized a concert, I freaking sang in a freaking choir, and all of these made them like, interesting, and that led me to to tell them that I have these skills needed and these experiences that can fit for the course. Story time. Since I was only accepted for ABM, Arts Business Management, and DMAT, which is Music and Audio Technology. So for Arts Business Management, it was about an afternoon. I was walking over to NP and it was quite nervous. I registered the interview in the group. So it was me and then like 4 other girls. And then all of us entered to this conference room and had 3 lecturers on the same table. It was a round table. And all of us had to individually show them our portfolios, explain to them our strengths and our strongest aspects, attributes that we have. And they even gave us an activity to do in that group where we test our teamwork and critical thinking. And it looks like that was the most important values that were needed for the course. So pro tip, please, when you have these interviews, please find the concept of what they're doing to you. Ask yourself, why are they doing this to you? If it's an interview, you should wonder why they ask you those questions. If it's an activity, you should wonder why they gave you that certain activity. That will help you to understand the course better. And as for ABM, Arts Business Management, it was about teamwork and critical thinking, because these are 2 important things to organize a concert, to settle businesses, to organize the arts. And the last thing was they asked us questions on working on theater, working on concerts, working on performances. So it is right up my alley, and I got to explain to them the right things in mind. So for those people who want to apply to Arts Business Management, boom, there you are. I gave you tips on what happens in Arts Business Management. Now, and for music and audio, Poly, it was also an afternoon. Halfway through lesson, I went to Singapore Poly, and it was a very, very confusing. It was a first round. So the first round is you got to make a video on your skills. Show us about yourself, basically. So I made a video, you can check right here, link in the description, or you just click right here beside me, of my skills and what I did, that's music. And after that, they accepted me and I went to the second round. The first room was actually an activity room. So it's about me, and then I was supposed to make a song at GarageBand in their iPads that they give. And we were only supposed to have like 15 minutes to do it. So it was fine, I was confident enough. So I've done it, and we move on to the next room, which was the interview room. And that was a legit interview. They asked us questions about music, like what did you learn in your times here, like what production stuff did you learn, what music did you learn, what instrument did you play, what is your grade of music, and so on and so forth. Basically, the concepts that were taking from us were skills and our confidence, whether we're confident enough to perform and whether we have the skills needed that give us the advantage. They tasked us to prepare a performance of whatever instrument, of how, whatever, whatnots. And it was a live performance. We have to give our best. I sang in my guitar. It was a mashup of a song, and it did pretty well too. So all 3 rooms I succeeded, and I didn't really had a nervous breakdown. For other courses in mind, some of my friends, they applied for Chinese media and comm. They basically gave them like newspapers and they asked questions about that. And for accountancy, my friend told me it was a similar thing. They gave you articles on accountancy and like give you questions like why you want to join accountancy. So very, very interview forward for those 2 courses. So basically, firstly, think of the concepts there, okay? Know what the interviewers are doing, and then you can answer them in a way that they want. And number two, be confident. You're there to challenge yourself and to, not be stressed. You're not losing any stakes right here, so just challenge yourself instead of thinking stress. And lastly, number three, just have fun, okay? If it all doesn't go well, it's totally fine. Just don't flunk on your O-level studies and you'll be fine. And now we move on to number six, the acceptance and withdrawal stage. Nothing much to say here. If you really have solidified on your decision, please just double confirm on that decision and you're done. If you want to withdraw, please think also seriously about that decision. Solidify on why you don't want to join the course, and also please give some good evidence to tell your friends and family that you're gonna withdraw from this stage. Number seven, just extra tips and advice on EAE. Please challenge yourself. Instead of taking this as a stress or anything, challenge that. You need to fire it up, get your adrenaline rush, and just barge into the freaking room, guns blazing, shooting fireballs everywhere, and you're gonna freaking succeed. Number two, trust your fervency, okay? Take action with all of the tips I said, please. Your fervency will, freaking support you to that. So never lose that, and that will continue guiding you throughout the year. Number three, lastly, balance. A lot of people will think that, oh, once you have a place in the cards, you might not want to study anymore. And that's true. Sometimes people might do that. But to have a good netting and to have a good system on yourself, please have balance. Continue to study, continue to do well in your O-levels. Don't give up, never surrender. Just continue on with your life. Treat EAE as if it's a safety net when you have your downfall. And in that way, you will be secured for a course part. The conclusion. Number one, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what EAE is like, what's the process like. Hopefully I gave you some good tips on that, especially my experiences there. Hopefully it can give you a good view on especially arts business management, and especially audio and music technology, because I did it. Hopefully this gives you the ability to tackle those problems, and hopefully maybe they might accept you. Secondly, use this video as an inspiration, as reference. Please watch other videos, other people's videos on EAE. Watch the Poly's YouTube channel videos about it as well. They will give you a good idea of what to do as well. Hopefully I'm not, repeating whatever they're saying, but hopefully this gives you another perspective on the idea of EAE. And lastly, just have fun, okay? This whole thing, you've got nothing to lose. You're really showing off your skills. It's like freaking magic, okay? You're throwing there your arts, your skills. It doesn't even have to be an art course or music course. It can freaking be like engineering, and you can show off your skills on that, your mechanic on that. Don't take it so seriously. Treat this as a way to showcase yourself. Treat this as a way to be confident for once, and treat this as a way to excel, in life and other meanings. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's quite educational for you. If you like this conversational kind of a video, I'll try to make it more concise, maybe a little bit more animation, and I'm just really excited to making videos again. Yeah, and I'm just so excited to be back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching all the way through, if you're right here right now, and subscribe down below, alright? Another video's over there on the right or left, I can't remember, or there on the right or the left as well. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below what else you want from me, and I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!